Hi, stamping friends. It's Sherry Parker coming to you live on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I'm not sure if anyone will be able to hop on right now. It's a very busy day, I know, for a lot of people traveling, getting ready for Thanksgiving tomorrow. But I wanted to hop on here real quick because if you're like me, you're probably starting to think about your Thanksgiving table and, oh my goodness, what do I want to do? So I have a couple quick ideas for you that are very simple to execute. So I wanted to share those tonight. I'm thankful for you. Thank you for watching. And even if you're not watching live, if you're watching later, I do appreciate you. So thank you very much. Bill and I just returned from Florida. We were able to sneak away for a couple days for our anniversary. And we love going to Sanibel. That's our happy place. We hadn't been there since Hurricane Ian 2 years ago, and it was really sad to see all the devastation. They are rebuilding, so things are coming back. But on the bright side, we found a lot of really awesome shells, and I wanted to show a couple of our favorites to you. Bill found these on the sandbar, and there's no inhabitant because obviously you can't take a shell if there's a little inhabitant. But isn't that beautiful? It's a horse conch. And then here's another one of our favorites with the real pretty pink inside. So this makes me happy. I'm thankful that we got to go there, and I hope you are thankful for all of the wonderful things in your life too. And thank you for watching tonight. So I'm gonna show you really quick and easy table decoration ideas for Thanksgiving tomorrow. I'll turn my camera over and we'll get started. All right, I need to find my glasses. Okay, so I seem to always do the same thing over and over. So, hey Sandy, thanks for watching. So this year I thought, you know what, I'm gonna change it up a little bit. I always use these gold charger plates, which I get at Hobby Lobby for like $2. Great deal if you've never found them there. They come in all kinds of different colors. And I thought, I'm gonna make little napkin rings and place cards this year. And very simple to do. They're personalized, it's kind of fun. And of course the grandkids love having place cards because they feel really super special. So I'm gonna show you how to make these two quick things. And if you have a lot of people coming or just a few people coming for Thanksgiving, or if you're going somewhere, it's very simple to do. So I made all of ours today and didn't really take me very long at all. But I'm gonna start with the napkin holder. So what I'm going to do is use, if you've seen the Peaceful Season dies, it's a great die cut set in the Holiday Mini, but there's this one die cut here that has these slits that when you run it through, it's a perfect slot for a ribbon. So I thought I'm going to use that as kind of the base, and then I'll just have some leaves and some fun little embellishments on there, and it'll be really simple and cute. So what I did is I did run this through the embossing die cut machine, and I did a piece of basic beige, and then also this beautiful Season of Elegance Designer Series paper. And what I wanted to do is just to reinforce the Designer Series paper because it might bend a little bit. So that's really the only purpose of the basic beige. So just to kind of show you. Hey Gilda, hi Michelle. Thank you guys for joining in. I know you're probably busy getting ready for family stuff. So I appreciate you being here. So I'm just gonna set that aside. And again, just the piece behind it is just to serve as a reinforcement. So to decorate it, I thought what I would do is I'm only going to be stamping one thing tonight, and it's this leaf from the Changing Leaves stamp set. You might be familiar with that. It's a wonderful bundle stamp set and then a die cut set. It's really, really awesome. So we will stamp one of the leaves using Cajun Craze, and I will stamp it on a piece of Cajun Craze cardstock. Just like that. And then what I'll do next is run it through my die cut machine. So if you're familiar with this particular bundle, it has a hybrid embossing folder as well as some leaf die cuts. And you might remember, if you've tuned in before, I've used this, I've shown this in some different ways and some different cards through the last several months. But I really do love this set, and it's so nice for fall decor. So I thought, why not use it for the table decor? So I stamped that, and then the next thing I would do is run this through the emboss cut machine. So I would just simply line it up with this part of the leaf, so you can see they're all three connected, but I'm only going to be cutting out this leaf. So I will run it through my embossing folder, and then I will come back with my die cut leaf. If you wanted to add some texture to it, you could. You can actually put it in your embossing folder here, just kind of match it up to the leaf, and then run it through again. Now remember, anytime you do this, the Stampin' Up! Side is where the texture will be raised. So that is what you're gonna want to do if you want that to show through. So you'd run that through your embossing folder, and then you'd get this fun piece, and I don't know if you can see the texture on there. So you can do it a lot of different ways. You can stamp it, emboss and cut, or if you just wanted to cut, you could do that. I've got a leaf, another leaf in my scenario here that I want to just cut out and emboss at the same time. So what I would do, I wanted to do it at the same time, is I would do the same kind of procedure where I would put my die cut. You'll feel the grooves that kind of sit right in there, and then you place your paper in there like that. If you want to use some Post-it note tape to hold it in place, you can do that. Again, the raised side is always on the side where the Stampin' Up! Logo is. And then you run it through your embossing machine. And then one roll of the handle, you can see you get a textured cut out leaf. And it's so pretty with the Season of Elegance paper. If you're not familiar with this paper, I will tell you it is gorgeous. It's in our holiday knitting, but it comes in the basic beige, the real red, and old olive, and you get a couple sheets of each, but it has gold accents, and it's just so pretty. You don't even need to use a lot of it, but it adds so much to your projects. So I've cut out a few leaves, and then also in that Changing Leaves bundle are some other shapes. So I did go ahead and I cut out the leaf shape in the Mossy Meadow, and then the twig I cut out in gold as well as soft suede. So really all I'm going to do now is just arrange these on this little diamond shape that I've created and just build my napkin ring. And the fun thing about this too is that after Thanksgiving, if people really like their napkin ring, they can take it with them, or you can repurpose it. You can certainly use it again next year, right? Or you could even use it and do something else with it. I'll show you in a second. So all I'm doing is just arranging the different parts and pieces onto the backer, and then that leaf that we just embossed and cut, we'll glue him down like that. And then the final leaf, the first one that we did, we will attach with Stampin' Dimensional right there in the middle. And then because I love sparkle, I'm going to add a little wink of Stella on that, just enough to give it a little sparkle. Now it might look a little dark when you apply it like that, but then when it dries a little bit, it's a little more subtle, so you can see it. So now we're ready to put it together. I had a piece of gold ribbon. So this is actually, I think, retired ribbon. So again, use what you have. You don't have to buy all new stuff. Use what you have and you can create all kinds of fun things. So what I'll do is thread my ribbon through two of these slots. So I'll go side to side. And again, if you didn't have this particular die cut shape, you could punch holes, same idea. And then what I would do, the cool thing is, so whatever your napkin is, I think this napkin that I've had for years matches the Cajun Craze very nicely. I'm just going to pull that out, put my napkin through there, and then wrap it around and tie. So I'm gonna just tie it into a knot. You could tie a bow or whatever you wanted. And then trim off your ends. But how simple is that? And I think it's very, very elegant. And when you put them all around the table, they look very pretty. And then pairing that, what I was gonna show you is after Thanksgiving, if you wanted, you could actually take those off and apply it and make a card. So it just goes to show you that it doesn't have to be a one and done. You can repurpose it, or your guests can. So I always love to think of multiple ways to use the same thing. So the napkin ring is done. Now we'll work on place cards. And I wanted to make just very simple place cards. Hi, Cheryl, you're sweet. You can buy these. It's so funny. When we were shopping for wedding things for Brooke's wedding a couple of years ago, I was shocked at how much place cards and all that stuff cost. You can create your own. This is simply a piece of the Cajun Craze. Is 4.5 by 4, and then I scored it at 2 inches to make the fold. And then you can decorate it however you want. I again use the beautiful Season of Elegance Designer Series paper, and that strip is 1 1/4 by 3 3/4. And that'll simply just layer on top of our place card. And then again, I've got another little piece here for the name that I will glue on top, and that is just in our basic beige color. And then I used a calligraphy pen. You could use whatever you had. I don't do formal calligraphy, but the pen kind of makes it look like calligraphy, so I do like to use those when I can. So we've got the base of our place card, and then we'll go ahead and embellish it similar to what we did with the card. So, I'm sorry, with the napkin ring. So what I've got, same pieces and parts. They might look a little bit different, so you can mix and match. I will do the same type of treatment where I'll put this leaf, the Mossy Meadow leaf, down first. And then I'm just building my little scenario here. Put my twig, and then my other twig. And you can see, you can use scraps of paper, put them to work. And then this time I've got the maple leaf in the back. And then in the front, I've got this real pretty foil one. And I will make this one pop out with a dimensional, like so. So you can see how you built that little scenario. And then for this guy, I will, instead of wrapping it around, I just tied a knot with the gold ribbon, and I'll use a glue dot and adhere it that way, like that. And then I'll trim off the edges. You could do bows or knots, whatever you like. And then the last touch would be, if you like bling, the Druzy embellishments are so pretty. So I'm going to use the gold, put some little gold embellishments on there, put the name in the center, and then you could even put one on your napkin ring if you wanted. So there you go. And then you make up a bunch of these, put it on your table, and it really comes together nicely. So that's what I plan to do. I made a bunch, like I said. I'm going to put them on these charger plates around the table, and voila. And then when you're done, throw it on a card if you want. So that's all I've got tonight, guys. I do appreciate you joining me, and thank you so much. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving if you live in the U.S. and celebrate Thanksgiving. I appreciate you joining me, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. Take care.